Okay guys, what's up? We're talking about Gods Unchained again. Now check this out. If you're not familiar with their weekend events, it's pretty sweet if you're trying to earn up some cards, some NFTs for value or for gameplay or both. You can play a little bit of this on the weekend, and it's not too many games. It's 25 games to qualify, and you have to be lowest rank, rusted bronze, all the way up to mythic to qualify for this event. There's no other qualifications other than, importantly, you have to link your wallet to Immutable, because if you don't, of course, they can't pay you. You have to link your wallet to Gods Unchained. But the cool thing is, regarding this, they start it at every Friday at 5 a.m. Pacific time, and it goes till Monday at 5 a.m. Pacific time as well. So Friday to Monday, you get the entire weekend to do this. And the prizes they have, in some cases, are pretty substantial. You look at some of the prizes, and I've had a pretty good week and some pretty miserable weeks because they shuffle the decks, and you get a bad run of cards, and it happens. It's okay. Just keep up your games, keep firing, and keep trying to get more of this. And you're going to see that it will fluctuate from week to week depending on how they change decks, if they balance things or not, if they did this or that, the other thing. So you'll see that there is some fluctuation in this. Even if you're a very skilled player or you're a very new player, you're still going to have some variance in that you have you win a lot or you win not a lot, and so it's going to depend on your decks. It's going to depend on your skill level. It's going to depend on a lot of things. But anyway, it's pretty neat that they've got this going, and you can be part of it. Again, just to qualify, rusted bronze, you have to have your wallet linked to your Gods Unchained account, and that's all you got to do to get started. And so all you do is play 25 ranked games, and you win extra card packs, basically. So the normal grind is you have to complete a full level before they give you a card pack in the normal Gods Unchained, just sort of in the wild doing the regular ranked game thing. But in this, because of the weekend and a lot more people playing and them giving away more packs, this is a way for you to, again, use that time wisely and make sure that if you're going to play anytime during the week, you do it during the weekend, because not only does it count toward your weekly Gods event, which we've talked about in the past, it also qualifies for this weekend event to get you extra packs. And that's how I had that specifically good week. I played most of my games on the weekend, earned nearly $100 in not just God's tokens, but also in the NFTs and cards. So pretty good stuff. But so check this out. There's a couple notable things about this. The prizes, of course, they will range from core packs, which are traditionally earned by leveling up, to expansion packs sold from the Gods Unchained store. The prizes you win are based on three things: how many wins you earn in your first 25 games of each weekend ranked event, how your rank before each weekend rank event begins, and whether you have a wallet linked to your account or not. So that's all you have to do. You have to have those basic qualifications and you're in. It says to qualify for prizes, you must reach a rank that corresponds with one of the tables in the prize table section before weekend rank kicks off. So you have to, before this starts, you have to be rusted bronze or higher to actually compete here. It says for wins to count, matches must be completed before the events end, and that's again Monday at 5 a.m. Pacific time. And again, the cool part is there's no other qualifications, just these three simple things, which are, again, even a rookie noob with starter decks or sort of shuffling in cards you've earned just from losing, basically, you can improve your decks and get a little bit better and definitely get rusted or higher, okay? So easy peasy, that part's no problem at all. I want to point this out too, and this is an important aspect of this, and why I'm talking about this, is that in card games in particular, right, they have what's known as an RNG, the random number generator. And it works like this in many card games, not just Magic the Gathering, but of course in poker and all kinds of other things, right? And so they call them variant cycles in poker. And what happens is, even if you are a very skilled player, you could have a bad run of cards over 25 games, and just, they call it in poker, another term is I'm running bad, things like this, and it happens in this game as well. So I just want to note that they say 25 games isn't enough to be a true measure of skill. Why not 50 or 100 games? And again, they have a great response here. Competitive TGCs have had between 20 and 25 games as the benchmark for non-professional competitive events for a long time. The typical Magic the Gathering event and their old Pro Tour qualifier system was 8 rounds, best of 3 for an average of 20 games to qualify for big prizes. In their current system, it's 10 rounds over 2 events for an average of 25 games. So that's exactly what's going on. On the bottom here, it says variance will play a larger factor. Over 100 games, bad matchups will mean less than they do over 25. We don't believe that increased variance is large enough to impact most players most weeks, and the increased variance is worth the benefit of making an event accessible to far more players. And I couldn't agree more. This is a fantastic way for them to not only reward players like us for trying to maximize our value and our time playing these games, but also give us a little bit of luck, right? And if you run poorly, you're also going to run well, and that's part of just the way the variance cycle works, okay, with any card game. So if you have a couple bad weeks on the weekend events, don't get frustrated. Just keep trying, keep improving your decks, keep trying out new gods and new strategies, and you're going to have a good week once in a while. And those good weeks can be valuable, as you saw. Like I said, by no means am I good at this game. By no means do I have any sort of epic decks or anything to that effect. But I did have a $100 week, and most weeks, like I said, I make probably 30 to 50 bucks, not just in NFT value, but in gods tokens as well, just playing these events. Jump in here and make sure you play this weekend and every weekend if you can and you have the time. Let's get it. Don't stop. Keep punching. Keep collecting gods tokens, because when this hits the moon, and I believe it will eventually, once it's reaches a saturation point with a lot of players, then, well, we're going to be in good shape. So keep collecting gods tokens. In my opinion, don't get rid of them. Hold on to them for investment purposes. And once again, this is not financial advice. This is just my opinion, and it is just for fun, just for kicks, and just for playing games. Thanks for listening. We'll catch you guys in the next one, and we'll see you in Gods Unchained this weekend.